welcome back to episode 8 of DUBS podcast. We took a slight break, but now we're back, and we got everyone here today. We got Steven, Shelly, Jesus. And in the three weeks we were gone, there's been a ton of big news that we're going to cover today. But to lead it off, we have the reports of Cam Newton signing with the Patriots. What are your guys' initial thoughts on that move?
Bill Belichick, he adopted his second son.
No,
this is a big move for the Patriots. I mean,
I don't see much in it.
But,
I don't see much in it. It's a 1-year deal. Yeah. I don't think Patriots didn't lose much. All they really lost was Brady on offense. They still have a stellar defense, so they're still going to be good.
Yeah. I just think it's just to have the name, so Belichick is not left without completely anything. Like the franchise isn't left without anything, so they just pick something up to cover for Tom Brady left, and I don't think this is like the future plan. Like, hey, I think it's like a win-win play no matter what, because hey, let's say they did sign him, hey, he does do well, then we can just extend him. He has our trust. We believed in him. But if not, if things don't work out, then you just lost. It's just money. It's not really anything. It's not a bad loss. So it's just give him the opportunity.
Brandon, you go.
I think one thing that was key though with the contract is that I read somewhere that it was an incentive-laden contract. So when I saw that, I thought it was a good move because the Patriots are basically telling. It's a good move for both the Patriots and Cam Newton, because the Patriots are basically telling Cam Newton, here is your chance. Take advantage of it. I read somewhere that, Cam Newton's turning 31, so he's just in his prime where, he's in that stage, where he can make or break his career. And the Patriots are basically telling him, go get it.
Okay, so I was reading
can be the next Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And I also read somewhere that they said while the NFL was playing checkers, Belichick was playing chess. So, I think all signs point towards this was a positive move.
Well, I was reading in this article that the incentivized deal, if Newton would to get hurt in the season or like Jared Stidham somehow beats him out in camp, Patriots would be out only about like $1 million or something. So it is a smart deal. But honestly, Cam Newton doesn't fit Bill Belichick's offense. I mean, Newton has a strong arm. He's a mobile quarterback. But, I mean, we all know that he's worth more than up to $7 million. I think he's a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Oh, that's
he's a former MVP, and his physician said he's in one of the best shapes of his life. But he needed to be on a team. Like, it would be really bad for him not to be on a team. So I think it's a good deal.
All right. So
I wanted to pose a question first of all.
Can we all agree that the Patriots they're gonna be a playoff team with Cam? I think so.
I think so.
Addressing Steven's concern though, I do think that, and I think it's possible Bill Belichick will have to restructure his offense because Tom Brady obviously was not a scrambler or mobile quarterback like Cam Newton, but with Newton's ability to create space in the pocket, not create space, but evade space, roll out, I think that's going to open the playbook for Belichick. I do believe he's one of the most craftiest, smartest coaches in the league. So, with Newton's ability to scramble, it's going to diversify his playbook. And I think it's going to be interesting to watch the Patriots this year. I think you're going to see a shift in playing style, in my opinion.
I honestly think they're a playoff team even without Cam Newton if they had Jared Stidham, because their defense is just that stellar. Look, Tom Brady had one of his worst career years last year, and they were a wild card team. Yeah. His passer rating was like 50 or something like that.
But it's also like
all year. Makes them better, but not that much better.
Yeah, but okay, I understand that, but it's also like teams are just gonna be with Jared Stidham, teams would just be less scared. It's also like just the thought of playing the Patriots. I'm not gonna lie, like for some of these NFL teams that go to Gillette Stadium and they're like, God, we have to play Brady in New England, even though he's not who he was before. Like that's still like that's a factor. But then with Jared Stidham starting, I feel like teams would feel like all that pressure come off their shoulders.
Well, I think Stidham's the Patriots are the perfect team for Stidham as a rookie because look at their division. They got the Bills are good, but then they got the Dolphins and the Jets, like two like lower tier semi-pro teams. Like
take advantage of those two teams, you'll be fine.
And Stidham's he's not a college quarterback like he was at Auburn. He's an NFL ready quarterback. He's a very accurate quarterback that's a winner, and that's like the biggest thing you need.
Yeah.
That's what Tom Brady was.
Sean, did you have something you wanted to?
Yeah. So
I had a question. Okay, my NFL knowledge is not up to par here. Cam Newton played for the Panthers before this, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you think?
Also Auburn alum.
How do you think going from Carolina? Are they in North Carolina or South Carolina? I think it's North Carolina, right?
I
don't know.
It's like Charlotte.
Okay. How do you think it's going to be like going from North Carolina to one of the most demanding fan bases in New England? I think because from like baseball knowledge, Boston, New York, they treat their teams very seriously, and if their teams aren't playing well, then they're going to smoke them for it.
I think my initial reaction is Tom Brady obviously left a legacy, and I don't think anyone expects Cam Newton to be the next Tom Brady, but they do expect, good things from him. But if there's one quarterback that I think could handle the pressure, I would put on Cam Newton. So in my opinion, I'm not concerned about it. I think he'll, as long as he plays his game, trust in Belichick, I think he'll do fine.
He's not throwing also to like top tier receivers in New England. I mean, he had Kelvin Benjamin, Funchess in North Carolina. So like
Greg Olsen.
Yeah, that might be a big difference for him. But the Patriots just find ways to win. That's why we all hate them.
Yeah. I feel like it's not going to be pressure because I feel like he's been playing under pressure his whole time in Carolina. Always questions of his health, questions of it. Like he's probably one of the most like targeted quarterbacks in the NFL, like by the media. They put pressure on him. So ever since 2015 when he had that MVP season. So I feel like this is nothing new to him. He's just gonna play. Like he has nothing to lose. Like he lost his job with Carolina. He's probably pissed. He's out there to prove himself. And I feel like playing in the Boston area can be tough. You got the Celtics, the Red Sox. It's just success stories after success stories. But I feel like Cam Newton's gonna ball out in New England, and it's his time to shine.
And like I said earlier, the Patriots are giving him a chance. Like they're basically saying, "Come take it." So any athlete who has that opportunity is gonna want to take advantage of it. Like they're gonna give 100%. And as I said earlier, and Jesus said, I don't think the pressure is going to get to Cam Newton at all. I'm honestly excited to see how the Patriots will play differently this year. It'll be really interesting for sure. Speaking about changes though, switching gears to the NBA, a report came out this week that J.R. Smith is joining the Lakers. How do you guys feel about that move?
Dude, I am excited. I mean, I'm gonna miss Avery. I take defense with Avery Bradley any day, but JR's played with LeBron before. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be that hard for chemistry because, JR's played alongside LeBron, but I think he's going to bring like energy and spark off the bench, or even if he starts.
I don't know. The last time LeBron and J.R. Smith played together, LeBron got pretty mad at him, not knowing the score or anything. But for me, I don't think it's a huge deal. It's not – he's only getting like $300,000 or something. Dollars. Like, I think it's just another player that they needed. I mean,
Jared.
I think the NBA community is just hyping it up so much just because it's a veteran player and because nothing's happened like with transaction wise in the NBA. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think in my opinion, it's the same thing as Joakim Noah signing with the Clippers. Like in my mind, those moves are exactly the same. But to Steven's point, the JR move got more hype. So I'm not doubting that JR Smith's going to make a positive impact on the Lakers. As much as it hurts to say that, I do think he'll do his job. But just because it's J.R. Smith. I mean, easily Joakim Noah could have got the same hype if Joakim Noah was a hype player. So
what was it? I was gonna point out J.R. Smith, but another player I'm excited about who still hasn't played alongside LeBron this year with the Lakers is Dion Waiters. I'm excited to see what he can do next to LeBron and AD because he's a really good creator. He can create a shot. That's why they got him, and he can actually kind of run an offense. So I'm excited to see Dion alongside LeBron and AD. He was literally gonna play so soon, and then coronavirus came in all along. But yeah, that's the player I'm excited for if I'm a Laker fan. I like J.R. Smith is just another guy.
With the talks of obviously, the sports leagues are coming back soon. Do you think which team do you think is going to be the most changed, or I guess most affected by the break?
The Nets.
Yeah, the Nets.
Obviously the Nets. Yeah.
I mean, they're a young team, so they could bounce back, but they got screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're really suffering. DeAndre Jordan has tested positive. They're really gonna. It sucks for them. They were hit pretty hard, and they're good. They have to reinvent their team almost because that's also why Giannis keeps saying that the NBA season this title is gonna mean so much more, in my opinion. But yeah, going back to the Nets, they have to kind of restructure their team because so much from the starting core has either gotten tested positive or just unfortunate events.
I also think the Jazz. I mean, everyone was hyping them up that they're such a good team. I don't know. They seem pretty boring to me, but I just think the relationship between Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert is going to be, I think I said in an earlier episode, but I just still think that, between the two of them, there's still something lurking in the shadows that I think they're just trying to put on a smile and say that, hey, we're cool. But I don't think that's true.
I guess the other question I was trying to get at is do you think this break is going to change the power dynamic in the NBA in terms of just how the Lakers and Clippers were dominating the Western Conference or were the top of the Western Conference? Do you think that might change because of the break? Could we see a team I think the Thunder in the pool?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
So a team like the Thunder, because it's a 10-game shootout. Anything can happen, right? So what if the Thunder just go 8-2 and shoot to the top? Because as they say in every playoff, it's the hottest team at the end of the year, right? And this is essentially a playoff. So
I feel like the top teams in the West are settled. It's the Lakers, the Clippers, possibly the Nuggets with skinny Jokic. Who knows? But I was gonna say the middle of that pack, that's where you can see change. The Rockets. I'm excited to see the Rockets. I want to see James Harden how he's gonna play now that he lost 20 pounds. Westbrook, Westbrook's gonna come back pissed off. I'm excited to see I'm excited to see the Rockets play and the Nuggets because of skinny Jokic. But yeah, the middle of the pack, it can change. It could fluctuate very quickly. You don't know. It's kind of because you have to restart the season almost. You took 3 months off. Anyone can be hot in these 10 games. That's what makes it so excited.
Yeah, I was going to talk about Jokic too. He's one of my favorite players, and he was
triple-double.
Yeah. He almost averaged a triple-double as one of the least athletic guys in the NBA. And apparently he's skinny now. So you never know. He could actually be running up and down the court more.
Yeah. I'm excited too. I mean, everyone's excited for the Western Conference. No one really cares about the East because it's pretty much settled. You really got one team fighting, as the 9th seed, which are the Wizards. But yeah, I'm also excited to see the Pelicans got the lightest schedule, but who knows? What if they fall to that pressure? I'm excited to watch the Pelicans, the Grizzlies too.
I think the whole world is just itching for sports at this point. I know, I know this is slightly off topic, but I found myself watching when we were brainstorming this episode. I put golf on here, but the only reason why I put golf was I was itching for sports, and golf was the only thing on. That was live, so that's the only reason why I was watching it. But talks about the MLB and NBA coming back. I know Jesus, you wrote something here about MLB, the return of MLB, but also the unfortunate COVID ramifications surrounding that. You want to go into detail about that?
Basically, so for the MLB, it's just like the season is gonna be 60 games, and like COVID's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna eventually happen where players are gonna have COVID during the season, and they're just gonna be put on like this emergency injured list. Like 5 Philly players have it, 2 Angel players have tested positive for COVID. Like and then with the baseball moving around so much, I mean, actually not exactly. Like baseballs get tossed in and out quicker, but it's just a bunch of these players touch those baseballs, and it's eventually gonna spread. But yeah, so basically 3 players have already opted out: Mike Leake and Ryan Zimmerman. That's for their wives because their wives are pregnant. They were given
and Joe Ross. I don't know if Joe Ross is because of like family stuff or whatever, but yeah,
Joe Ross opted out too, and then Ian Desmond opted out. He more in perspective of Black Lives Matter. That was his reason, and like every player has their own reason. They can still opt out and take their money, which I believe is the right thing to do, especially because it's going to be such a short season. And yeah, I'm just like MLB. It's going to be a quirky season, but I'm also excited to watch the MLB. Like all these teams are going to be healthy. There's going to be no excuses anymore. Ohtani's going to be healthy. He's fully healthy. I got that notification today. He's ready to go. The Yankees should be close to being healthy. It's July now. So, yeah, I'm excited. How about you guys?
I mean, today's an exciting day, too. Like, today's the first day that their baseball players are reporting to their camps. You know, that's super exciting. You know, the opening day is it's like 3 weeks or something, but we're going to have baseball back.
Yeah.
You know, Jesus
sports back.
Yeah, I know. Jesus talking about Ohtani something popped in my mind, you know, and as all of us are Angels fans, I feel like we see this every year. But, you know, if our players play to our potential, we have a playoff chance. But I feel like I have been saying that the past 6 or 7 years now. Yeah. Is this our year? Considering that this is a shortened season and anything can happen, do you think we have a better chance this year?
I say yes, we do have a better chance, and matter the fact being because pitchers are going to be like not in season. They're not going to be seasoned. They're not going to be able to yes, they're going to be able to like have enough time to get MLB ready, but it's still awkward for them. Like they have this routine that they start since like January, February. They start playing catch. It's going to be different for them, and us, given we always have the worst pitching in the league. This doesn't really affect us. Like, hey, hopefully, like we just gotta out hit every other team and our season is depending on like Rendon, Trout, Upton. Upton needs to have a bounce back year. Maybe Joe Adele gets called up, but who knows? But Ohtani hitting too. Like I feel like this is our best chance because our arms are gonna be fresh, etc. And it's a shortened season.
I honestly don't think the Angels make the playoffs, and simply because for like a couple of reasons. One, Angels aren't known for being team that, you know, since this is only 60 games, we're not known for starting out hot. Our World Series season, we started like 17-30, and we really didn't get hot until the A's won 20 straight games. We only lost like 3 games in that span or something like that. But and then the other reason is just, you know, 40 of your 60 games are like division opponents. So 30 of our 60 games are against the Astros, the Athletics, the Rangers. I mean, the Rangers might not be a playoff team, but the A's and Astros like are top tier, top 10 teams in the league.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel we play the A's well. We don't play the Astros well at all.
We don't play the Rangers well, definitely.
Yeah, I like the hit or miss with the Rangers, but
I mean, Mike Trout just owns the Mariners, so basically.
I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna have to fact check this later, but I think the Angels play way better against teams that are above 500 than teams that are below 500.
Yeah, but not the Astros. The Astros are
the Astros
second best team in the league or something like
dominate the Angels.
And I don't know how the like, because I know there's like 20 interleague games or something like that. So like, would we play like the Padres and Dodgers?
It's every team in the NL West 4 times. 5 times 4 equals 20.
Yeah, and like the NL West isn't that strong, but they have the Dodgers, who are like another top 2 team. So like, yes, we're getting the best of the best, so like we'll be like ready if we make the playoffs. But I don't know. I think our schedule's too hard. Unlike the Yankees, who like a third of their games are against, like the Marlins and Orioles.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Something that like teams that I think are gonna like benefit hugely off this are the Brewers and the Rays, because their starting rotations are like kind of quirky, and everyone is just used to like, oh, you can like Craig Counsell can tell his pitchers, oh, I'm gonna throw you today like 4 innings. Like that really helps them in a shortened season, because you know how they played in the NLCS like super matchup, like that's perfect for a shortened season.
That's
and
true.
Like I have the Brewers like in the playoffs. Like I easily think that that's such a good like for Vegas odds out there. Like the Brewers are a really, really good value pick for making the playoffs.
I think one team that won't make the playoffs, I don't care how much hype they get, are the Mets. Because like I'm looking at their offseason moves, and we all know their offense sucks. But listen to these signings they had. They had Dylan Betances, a pitcher; Rick Porcello, a pitcher; Michael Wacha, a pitcher; Brad Bach, a pitcher. Like those are their 4 like major league signings. They got Jake Marisnick, but like you could have Jacob deGrom, one of the best pitchers in the league; Noah Syndergaard, one of the best pitchers in the league. Then Seth Lugo had an amazing year. Now they're getting Dylan Betances. I don't care how good your pitching is. If you don't score a run in a game, it's impossible to win. And you're not getting Jacob deGrom can't throw zeros every outing like Garrett Cole did last year. Like you just can't do that. And they're putting so much pressure on their team. Yeah, they have studs on their roster.
Yeah, they can't score.
I'm not saying Pete Alonso isn't that good, because he hit 53 home runs, and it's very hard for anyone to do that. But he had like a 250, 260 average. Like you need hits to get runners on to score more runs. And I don't know, the Mets, especially in that East division, which is completely stacked with the exception of the Marlins, that team is just, that division is scary, and it's going to eat the Mets up.
Hey, at least the NL, like, all right, I want to get everyone in on this. NL has universal DH. I watched Draft McMark. He was saying that Cespedes could be used as a DH, which is something huge because he's coming off injury and he could be just DH, just worry about hitting. Like that's huge for teams like the Mets and any NL team like the Dodgers. Like I used to be scared of that lineup with a pitcher. Like now, like adding a DH is a whole other thing. Like
I think the Dodgers benefit most from that. They have so many bats on their team. Like, but even their best bats are amazing defenders. Like look at Mookie Betts, absolute stud in right, and then Cody Bellinger. No matter where you put him, he's gonna have a cannon and a great glove. Also, the Cardinals. I think that's another team that benefits. They have a lot of, Marcelo Zuna. He's a horrible outfield.
He's on the Braves now. Marcelo is on the Braves now.
Dang, I missed that. Okay, well, but still, the Cardinals still have a lot of bats on their team.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
I don't think it'll make a huge difference though.
Oh, well, you kind of answered my question. I was going to say, do you think the universal DH is going to give the NL a humongous advantage? I think the obvious answer is probably yes.
I think it is.
I don't think because NL.
But pitchers get to stay in the game longer now. That's what you guys like. It's huge. Like I hated watching pitchers get taken out early.
Well, the NL is known for having better pitchers than the AL, but also NL teams. I would think if I was a GM manager, I would stack my team in a way as if you don't have a DH. So they're going to have more pitchers or more like guys on the bench who have like speed or better defense, not like a bat you could put in for the pitcher. So I don't think that it will make a huge difference in the NL.
Something huge to think about though is that like the Cincinnati Reds, they signed Nick Castellanos, and Nick Castellanos has majority been a DH. Like he's a horrible outfielder. Like that's huge, and them not even knowing. Like, this also like now more teams might want to buy a DH in the free agent market.
Yep.
Like
trade deadline.
Yeah,
I don't like Nick
August
Castellanos
30th?
just because of his attitude. Because he was super salty when he was on the Braves because I'm not Braves, the Tigers, because he couldn't hit home runs because it was 420 feet out in center. And I don't know why he was complaining. He like led the league in doubles or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay, Steve.
Is it the trade deadline pushed up to August
August
31st.
And
Yeah.
I thought I read somewhere like people were. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily complaining, but like it threw like I guess a slight curveball because you have less time to make a move because what the season starts July 23rd, right? So you only get like a month and a week to make moves before you have to set your lineup, right?
Well, I would think that MLB teams already have in mind who they want at the deadline.
true.
It's just a matter if they're a buying team or a selling team. That's what I would think.
For selling team, which is going to be hard to tell.
Angels are going to get Marcus
It's gonna-
Stroman and Trevor Bauer.
I hope.
Heard
Okay.
it here first.
Okay.
I don't know if Bauer's on his
Trevor
last
Bauer-
year of
Save
contract.
that.
I know
Save that
Stroman
for the
is.
hot takes at the end, dude.
If the Mets are, if those teams are sellers, who knows? But I wouldn't want to give up.
Mets
good
don't
prospect.
need Marcus Stroman on their team.
Yeah,
They need
yeah.
batters.
I have a question for y'all. What rookie is the most intriguing to you out of like a lot of the rosters that have been put out? A lot of the teams have been releasing their 60-man rosters. I know one that is obviously all in our minds is that Joe Adele is on the roster. Jordan Adams is
It's
also
a
on the
60.
roster.
Are you talking about for the Angels or in the entire
Yeah.
league?
I'm talking about the entire league.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Was my Vandy boy JJ Bleday called up? I don't know.
I know that the Marlins are I don't know if they did, but I heard that they're signing Max Myers was probably going to be on the 60-day. That guy's a stud.
Yeah.
My favorite rookie besides Joe Adele probably is Mackenzie Gore because that guy is so
Oh,
deceptive.
Yeah.
That guy is the weirdest wind-up delivery ever, and he is super effective. I don't know how.
Yeah.
He still throws pretty hard too, but he's going to be a stud on the Padres.
Another player, he's not going to be. Well, he technically counts as a rookie, but he saw some MLB time last year. Is Jesus Luzardo from the A's? He's disgusting too. Like literally, like his slider is filthy. Like I'm pissed. He's in our division. Like yeah, he's good.
Shelly, who's your favorite?
I'm sorry. I'm biased. I'm biased. JJ Bleday. Okay, it's in his first year in the minors, and going from college to the majors or from college to the minors, very big leap. And he actually performed pretty well. He batted like 257 or something like that, which is respectable considering it's his first year and stuff. But I think he might be major league ready. I think he might be.
Nah.
If the Marlins are in a tough spot, which they most likely will be, going into like September, I think he could get the call up, and that would be pretty nice to see. I would love to see that. Still pissed that they didn't draft what's his face, the shortstop.
Oh,
That the Blue Jays got.
the other Vandy guy.
Yeah.
I thought he was a third baseman.
Nah,
Spencer Martin
in outfield in
Spencer Torkelson's a monster.
yeah. He got an $8.9 million deal. So
I saw that somewhere like that the 60th pick got like $3 million. Like that's
it was Blaze Jordan. He got like
dude.
oh, he's signed. Blaze signed.
Okay. Hot take early. This is my early hot take. Blaze Jordan is a bust.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's hyped
He's
up saying he's the
17.
next. Everyone, yeah, I'm older than him.
he's the MJ of baseball.
Everyone's hyping him up, saying that he's like the next Bryce
Trout.
Harper or whatever because of his power. I don't care. Like, dude, you gotta hit. You gotta get hits. Bryce Harper's MVP year. Yeah, he hit 40 home runs. He also hit 330. Blaze will never hit above 250 in his entire career.
Okay, but something that does help him out though is he plays in Boston now. Like all he has to do is
That's a good part. Pull it. You could even go oppo. It's like
just be a doubles monster.
309 spot.
Let's be real. The only reason why anyone cares about this kid is because he got a freaking Whistle documentary about him. Oh, he's a good kid. He's gonna play for Mississippi State. If I were him, I would totally not take that deal. I'd go to college, Get an education
well,
and
no,
play
okay.
ball there, and then go to
Here's
the
the
majors.
thing. Why would he reclassify if he wasn't thinking about going to the majors? Like,
That
Oh,
is
yeah,
true.
you're right. I mean, but
I don't know. The high school player I like, his name's Cole Wagner. He was in the Little League World Series. He was that really tall kid from Pennsylvania who hit like the grand slam, and the
Oh
pitcher
my
was
gosh.
like,
Wow. Yeah.
that guy, I think he's going to Georgia. I think he's in our grade, but like, I don't know. That's the high school player I follow.
who was the kid? I think it was last year who went like he batted like 600 something.
I don't know.
It was insane.
Let's get back
I'm
on topic.
gonna find this kid.
Okay.
Let's get back on topic.
I have something I want to talk about. So it's
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have gone on Baseball Reference. Right now they have, this is gonna be hilarious. They have this 2020 simulated season daily
Mhm.
digest. I hadn't checked on this in a while, but I just think it's hilarious. You guys want to hear their records, dude? The Angels have the second wild card right now. They're 49-37 simulated. Like there's no
Ooh.
way
That's at a
real.
60, 49 and
It's like if it was a 162 game season, like if nothing happened, they simulated.
I just typed in Baseball Reference
Okay.
and it automatically took me to Cap Anson's page.
They have the Mariners above the Angels, and they had the
Yeah.
Astros in fourth.
The
but
Mariners
that's the thing.
are half a game back. The Mariners are half a game back in the AL West.
What?
Yeah, literally. Like this is crazy. The Rangers have the worst record in the MLB.
Hey, we're the closest division, the AL.
Yeah, the AL West has the two wildcard teams in the
Well,
AL.
no, the AL is the closest. AL
That
West
is-
the closest.
I don't know.
division
The
in
AL
any
West,
of the
that
divisions.
I wouldn't be surprised if the AL West had that. You know,
The Astros are 45-40. No way. God,
This just shows.
they
This
must
just
be
shows
getting
that
tackled so badly.
this just shows that AI is not a threat to our society. Look at this. This is so stupid. Who the heck would think that the Cleveland Indians are better than the Twins?
Dude,
By
the,
11
it was
games.
pretty close last year.
the Cleveland Indians have the best record in the AL. Like, that's insane. And no,
Well,
the
you
Twins
guys
have,
all love Francisco Lindor so much.
Also,
Okay.
the Marlins are performing better than the Cubs.
yeah. Shout out.
Lede.
They have Tampa going 500.
Okay,
exactly.
guys, let's just get back on topic.
Wait, no, this is interesting. Hold on.
Yeah. it is-
Where are the Dodgers?
Hey,
Oh my God!
65
Steven,
and
you're right
22.
about the Mets. The Mets are 39-47.
Thank you. They
Wow.
suck.
The Dodgers on this simulated thing
Yeah,
is
they're
747 winning percentage.
Yeah, they're 65-22. That's why. That's all the Dodgers worry about, though. That's how their team is built around, like sabermetric statistics. That's why they're the best team right now.
Yeah, but they're gonna go 747.
Dude, imagine the AL West was what they
Regular
projected.
season.
Holy cow. That would be
Dude,
such a
yeah,
waste.
If someone told me like in the beginning of the there's no way the Astros would be in fourth place. Like I wouldn't believe
They're
it.
in first place.
Oh,
They're gonna
I-
win the
I-
division.
I found the little league kid,
Huh.
Reese Roussel. He
Oh,
batted
that's the kid that got like 15 hits or something like
yeah
that, right?
17
22.
17 for 23, 739 average.
Yeah,
I
that
just
guy was a
made
monster.
the
Louisiana
most
won it,
double.
right?
Yeah,
Louisiana.
Louisiana won it all.
Yeah, I remember
That
hearing
kid,
about that.
that kid's good. He's going places. That's my second hot take. He's going places.
That's okay.
I think,
Um,
with unfortunately the concern, and I saw this on the ESPN report the other day, but with the sports coming back and the state of our world, COVID is still a concern. I know I read somewhere that Adam Silver said that he doesn't expect to shut down the season again, but it is a possibility. And, I think that's just a friendly reminder to
Well-
please do your part and wear a mask. And social
Yeah.
distancing.
I mean, I was also hearing how like for MLB, if their state or like their city becomes like a huge hotspot, that they can relocate. I was thinking, what about like all the teams, any sports teams in California? Because we're becoming like we're getting more and more cases. Like we're less and less people are wearing masks outside. Like,
Hey, for MLB,
what-
for MLB, it's not a problem. We got 5 teams. Just make a 5-team division. That sucks though. We got to play the Dodgers and the
okay, but like
Yeah.
another huge thing because you're playing a ton of division games for MLB. Think of the Astros and Rangers. They have to travel far. I mean, they do that regularly in a season, but like now with like health concerns, like that's going to be hard for those teams.
Yeah, that does suck.
I never thought about that. All the teams in the AL West are either from
or
California
or
from
the
Texas.
Seahawks in the NFL, like even
Washington, Brandon.
What?
Yeah,
Seattle,
I
Washington.
forgot about
Yeah,
Mariners.
or the Mariners
Like
too.
that's a far travel.
Yeah,
going from Texas to Washington, like Texas is huge.
Huge. Yeah, I don't know. I know this is off topic, but today our governor said that they're shutting down bars and movie theaters again. So if that's any indication that
beaches were those were Monday or something.
I know, but I'm saying that if there's any indication that California is becoming a hotspot, I think that's further evidence towards that case.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, yeah, we all want to see sports, but at the same time, I think you guys agree with me on this. Health prioritizes baseball.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with baseball. Like our season never like technically started, so like I mean, that's why I feel bad for like the NBA. Like their season was just about to end and it got like cut, and like for us, like ours never like started to begin with, so it's not as bad, I guess. So like I'm okay with waiting till 2021. The only problem is this was Mike Trout's age 28 season. Which
this is like
it's supposed to be your prime season, your best season. I don't know how Trout can do better, but that'd be fun to watch.
He's Trout. He'll find a way. Some closing thoughts, I think. In terms of live sports, we got Formula One. The Austrian Grand Prix is this weekend.
Yes.
I know Steven and Jesus are gonna laugh at me for this, but I'm super excited. I finally get to see my racing. I know I was watching NASCAR, but I'm not a huge fan of NASCAR because they have go in circles. But Formula One, oh boy!
I remember
3rd to the 5th and 6:10 a.m. on July 5th if you want to watch on ESPN.
I don't know if I've talked about this before, but when they announced that NASCAR was coming out, the first person I texted was my grandpa. My grandpa texted me and was like, "Oh my gosh, they're having NASCAR on TV now. It's no more of like the e-racing stuff that they had."
Oh my god, that's so annoying to watch. Oh
I
my
know.
God. I've seen it a couple times, and at first when I saw it, it looked pretty realistic. I was like, "Wait, that looks real." Then I see like off to the side a kid holding like a little wheel, like Mario Kart or something. Oh my god.
But yeah, I watched the first race, and that was pretty cool. And then after that, NASCAR's not fun to me like it is to him. But like esports,
what's going on in the esports world, Shelly?
Nothing. Now the Valorant came out, a bunch of organizations are now signing teams, even though there isn't an esports scene at all. They're probably going to make one around it though. So if there is a new game coming to the esports scene, probably is that.
Well, Shelly, if that becomes something, I think I'll start watching esports because that's the only like esport worthy game if I actually play and understand. So
I know that like I've seen on ESPN a lot that I guess for like 8 weeks now they've been doing it is like a 2K league with like the best 2K basketball players.
Mm-hmm.
I
watched a couple. I don't know. It wasn't very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hard to do 2K. Well, speaking of 2K, have you seen the report? Well, I don't know how true the report is, but the NBA is thinking about pumping in 2K sounds during the crowds.
Oh my god!
Well, it's like what we were talking about with the KBO.
Right?
They have fake game sounds.
Yeah. No,
honestly,
I just think the Aldridge meme is very funny.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think much of it. I don't think it really makes a difference. But I know coming from us, when we played high school baseball, no one came to our games, so we were used to peace and quiet. But like, is it different for
school, man?
Is it different for like, teams like the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Cubs, like teams that sell out games every game of the season?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I've never been to a Yankee game. I've been to a Wrigley before, and it was loud, especially because they were playing the Cardinals, so it was like a rivalry game. But I don't know. Will it really affect players that much?
And how is it going to affect teams like the Marlins, the Rays? They get
used to that
no
stuff, bro.
fans. They get no fans, dude.
Dude, they're at an advantage. They're used to
Yeah.
it.
I don't know. Even that Rays Stadium filled at capacity. Angels get more people than that because the Rays Stadium can get like 35,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's
the
small.
stadium's terrible
The
condition.
chop sucks.
Do you see the new? Let's look at the Angel Stadium. Do you see the new?
Construction.
The new thing, and
That's
then the
interesting.
Honda Center also is doing one. Dude, imagine! I'm so
That
excited.
it looks cool. Like I like the idea of going from the Honda Center to Angel Stadium. I think that's very useful.
Like, they renovate that whole area, dude. It's like, and then they're saying like it's the first major renovation since Disneyland did theirs over in their area. I think Anaheim will look a lot cool. I never mind. I'm not gonna bring that point up. But
When I went to Pittsburgh, I went to the East Coast and went to all those stadiums. PNC, that
Beautiful.
whole area is a whole like community. There's restaurants, there's like a theater or something. And so before the game, we walked over from our hotel room. We went to this burger spot, and then we just walked into the stadium. Like it felt like it was a center.
Yeah, like
well, okay.
Angel
The
Stadium
only,
doesn't have that. We have
okay.
well, Angel Stadium's like the third oldest stadium in the leagues right
Okay,
now.
another difference is I don't know, like the location in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh, where PNC is located, but I've been to Target Field, and Target Field, Target Center, they're right next to each other. You could also go through this like trail or whatever to get to both, but those two stadiums are like right in the middle of the city, so you already have those restaurants around. Angel Stadium's not like in the city, it's off a freeway. Like you can't, I mean, the Honda Center has like places. I know there's this local place called like JT Schmidt's, like that's
Golden Road is like
Golden Road, but like
OG's Pizza too.
Shout out Golden Road. That's food.
But like it's not like right in the middle of a city. Like I mean,
I get what you're saying. Yeah. So like
I like the Angel Stadium tailgating and stuff like that because they have a humongous parking lot. Like Wrigley Field, they sell out every game. There's not a parking lot in the stadium because it's right in the city. That's what. So I mean, like, because we've all done. I don't know about Brandon, but like the Angel Day, when teams, little league teams would go there and hang out before a game. Like,
oh, I did that a long time ago. I do remember.
Yeah.
That.
But like, what was I gonna say? I just forgot everything I was gonna say.
It's also kind of like, I mean, it's also a situation like Dodger Stadium too. It's off a freeway.
But Dodger Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Like
I like their construction ideas though. Entering from center field, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Angel Stadium was not made very well. Okay. Here's my point.
It was made in the 60s.
I know, but still, like, look at PNC. When you look out, there's the beautiful bridge, the river, the Pittsburgh skyline.
What are you gonna highlight?
When I'm sitting,
dude, we're not gonna put fake buildings in there just for aesthetics.
When I'm sitting at Angel Stadium, I'm looking at the 57 freeway and the eyesore that is the Arctic thing that they have.
Sure. PNC Park was made in 2001.
Okay,
I just said 1968, something like that, right?
Something like that. Yeah. Oh, speaking of construction, what do you guys think about the new Rangers Stadium? I've seen like the memes that it looks like a grill.
It looks like a barn, dude.
No, I heard
painted it red.
The inside of it looks weird. Like there's so much railing on the top.
I heard the inside of it looks really nice though. Have you guys seen it?
I've seen a couple videos.
TikTok videos of the Raiders' new stadium. That stadium looks nice.
Oh, that looks cool.
Nice.
And SoFi Stadium, because the Rams and Chargers are supposed to
move in. Yeah,
so that's cool. Because that stadium, I haven't seen the actual stadium because I didn't heard much about it.
I drove by it.
I've seen like the like what they wanted it to look like. When they like the artificial.
No, but
it looks cool.
The biggest one, there's already like leaked videos.
Oh,
their Megatron is huge.
Well,
like, the stadium,
the
is
hockey arena.
Yeah,
in
Vegas.
Cool.
I've always wanted to go to T-Mobile Arena.
I've seen it's so cool because there I went to this on the strip. We went to this little like sports bar or whatever, and the stadium's like right there.
Yeah,
it's literally like it's right on the street.
By where the bridges are, where the bridge is by New York.
And like
I drove by it so many
Because-
times.
A whole strip, yeah.
Because it's not just for hockey. I mean, they have like concerts there.
Concerts,
So like
definitely.
you want to
Concerts.
have people staying in those hotels like an easy transportation. But I think it's cool. You know, the only bad thing about the Angels Stadium, I know construction takes long, but 2050, like I can't get excited for something that's gonna happen in 30 years. You know,
Wait, the new renovation is going to take till 2050.
that's when they said it'd end.
Oh my god.
so
And
it's
it's
a
only a
30
proposal right
it's a
now. I don't think
30-year
it's been passed.
development.
Dude,
I don't think
okay,
it's been passed.
first they should worry about finishing whatever it is.
They need to fix pitching before
They
they
need to
fix. We need a good hockey team and good pitching before we make
Hey.
it.
Okay.
We had an
Whoa,
off year this year.
whoa.
Stop.
It was management's fault. The players were fine. The players were fine.
I think it was just unlucky this year. We made some horrible moves this
I think
year.
we need to genetically modify some like random people and make them like stud hockey players.
yeah,
Like,
get
that-
Wayne Gretzky, bring him back.
Oh my god!
Make
Did
them
you guys
play
see
again.
what I? Okay, so like that stat I sent to our group chat. I don't think Jesus saw it. If Wayne Gretzky never scored a goal in his career, the amount of points he has from assists would be more than any other hockey player in history. That's
ridiculous.
insane. Like, oh my! I mean, I told my mom. She's like, "Yeah, but aren't assists like easier to get than goals?"
No.
And I was like, I put it in perspective. I was like, think in hockey, you score like 3 goals or something like that, max maybe, or something like that. And there's 2 people that get
Yeah,
assists.
primary
on goals.
assist and secondary assist.
Yeah, so like the odds of you getting that one assist is
Are-
like pretty unlikely. But then
Like,
you have
obvious.
goals too that you score in an entire career. Like
And you
I
think
thought
about,
that just shows how good he was.
You think about hockey players run like a max of minute shifts too. So like,
Oh.
and then there's 4 lines, so you have to rotate through your. So you only get like 1 minute of action. You sit for 3 minutes, so you go
That-
back on. So
That's what I liked about hockey. You know, like you think of the best players of our time or something on the Ducks, the people I can remember, you know, Getzloff, Corey Perry or whatever. And they
All
get
Korea.
out of the
Korea,
60
Teemu
out of
Solani.
the 60 minutes
Yeah.
they play like 20 or something.
Yeah, like the defensemen play like 26, 28
Yeah.
minutes. Like that's the max that people play. So
I think it's cool. Hockey's hard.
You guys
I
think
know.
that Wayne Gretzky is the best hockey player of all time?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Like you know,
There are
That,
doubts.
that's no discussion. I don't follow hockey. I just know who he is.
Well, should we wrap it up with some hot takes?
Wait, I
Yeah.
want to talk about one more
Ooh.
thing. I want to talk about one
go
more
ahead.
thing.
Go ahead.
Because it's
Okay.
been a pretty short episode, I think, right now.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
One thing that we didn't talk about, and me and Steven are repping the minor league baseball caps.
Oh,
the
this
minor
is
league
sad.
season was canceled,
Yeah.
and that's not even what I was originally going to talk
That
about.
means the Tigers can't play this game.
But there is a minor league
the
team
Orioles.
called the Trenton Thunder, and they have a bat dog. So when the
Aw.
player drops their bat, the dog goes out and gets the bat and brings it back to the dugout. It's the cutest thing ever. Okay, so now that minor league baseball
Dakota.
has canceled their season, the dog posted on like Twitter or something or on Instagram saying, "I'm very sad, but I won't be doing anything this year." And Barstool retweeted it and said, "Someone please sign this guy." Do you guys think that a major league team should adopt a bat
No.
dog?
No, that's the cool
Yes.
thing about minor league. No, minor league people like teams are weird and do quirky things, but that's
Yeah.
what's so cool about them. But also with the minor league season like done, like you think of top prospects like Wander Franco, he's like the #1 prospect or something like that, but
Yeah.
he's super young. He's like 18 or something.
He needs
Dude.
minor league reps.
Yeah, like he
That's
probably
tough.
won't get called up by the Rays. Like he'll miss an entire year of baseball, and Joe Adele too for that reason.
Yeah.
The Angels definitely won't call him up at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
No way. But like,
No
how are that's bad. But I mean, it's a needed thing too, to save money. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really tough because it's gonna hurt players developing. Like
Yeah.
everyone.
You think of the players that just got signed. You know, the MLB draft. Those players aren't going to have a season. Like they're not. Like normally, after you get drafted, like you go straight to single A ball like in a week or two.
Yeah, or rookie ball depending.
Yeah,
on
that's what I meant.
But yeah.
Because I mean, I don't follow college baseball that much, but I know the Angels picked Reed Detmers was supposed to be like in 1 or 2 years be
Oh.
MLB ready, but he loses a year, right? So
He's
Man's
so
gonna
good.
be a stud.
He's so good. He's
No,
gonna
no.
be
I
like
think he'll be good.
I can't think of a pitcher right now. He's gonna be like the next
Thinking of a lefty, Shelly.
I don't want to say it, man.
oh
Tyler Skaggs.
yeah, well, I was thinking the
He's
same
gonna
thing.
be
Okay,
that
Skaggs.
guy.
I hope he's the next Patrick Corbin-ish.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
That's a really good because deadly slider, good loopy curve.
Dude,
Corbin
Did you
can't
see
even
his
hit
curveball?
70 on his curve.
Yeah.
But
Reed Devers' curveball's nice, dude.
look, they were talking after he got drafted, like they were all hyping him up. I remember what's his name, Al Leiter. He was a lefty pitcher and he got super excited when he was drafted. But then they were saying, "Oh, will he compete if he only could touch 92 or something?" And then I was looking up his stats last year in the ACC, which is a super competitive college baseball conference. He was number 2 in all of Division I college baseball in strikeouts. He had like 13 Ks per 9 or something like that. And I know college isn't the same thing as MLB, but if you could get that many strikeouts, only throwing 92, like you're gonna do well in the MLB, and he's gonna be Cy Young in 2025. Boom.
All right.
Is that another hot take?
Should we
No,
move on
that was
to
just
our
a
hot
random
take
year
now?
that came to my
Does
head.
that segue nicely into hot take, Steven?
Yes.
Yeah, but
it
that wasn't
does.
my hot take. I just randomly said that. You will be
All
a
right.
Cy Young though.
All
I
right,
want
so
to say, mine,
Steven's
I
hot
wanna
takes
say
go.
mine first.
No,
I
I'm
wanna
not going
say mine.
first. I need to think of one real quick.
So, the next big pitching man, next big pitcher, okay, coming out of Vanderbilt. I'm very biased. Sorry, but it's going to be Kumar Rocker. Kumar Rocker is going to be the next superstar pitcher in the league. And the reason why I say this, if you go back to it was last year's
Freshman
college World Series last year.
against Kentucky.
No, it wasn't against Kentucky. It was against. I thought it was against Duke. Was it
Same
against
thing.
Duke?
Same colors. Yeah, same
Yeah.
colors.
He no hit Duke in I think it was an elimination game, right? 17 strikeouts. I saw firepower from him that I haven't seen in any other pitcher. That guy is a beast, okay? And I looked over his stats beforehand. He's got some great stuff. He's got a big bulky build, so he obviously looks pretty scary on the mound. But yeah, I think like Steven said, 2025 Cy Young, this kid's 2026.
Oh,
Maybe 2027
He might not-
Cy Young.
I don't know.
I
I
think
just
he's gonna
feel
get
like he's
drafted
gonna
for sure.
he'll get drafted, but he's gonna be like Hunter Green, huge guy who could pump fire, but like Hunter Green hasn't done anything in the minors and isn't gonna be called up anytime soon.
But I think that he will get called up, and he will be a superstar. On to you guys. What are you guys going to say?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I think hot takes are a combination of stats, but also your gut feeling. But today, I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling. And I know we discussed it in the episode today, but I'm calling the Angels are making the playoffs one way or the other. I say that only because I think that the shortened season gives those mid tier to teams, and I'm gonna classify Angels as mid tier, but kind of the lower mid tier, a shot. So
Wild card, baby.
I'm not expecting like we win the division, but like
And hey,
I think a wild card spot is definitely achievable this year. And I just want to see the Angels in the playoffs. That's just all I want to see this year.
Yeah. Hey, we got Joe Madden. Who knows? Maybe he's got a trick up his
The
sleeve.
Mad Dog. All right. Who's next?
My hot take is this is based like if the Sixers don't see the Bucks in the first 2 rounds, I have them going to the Eastern Conference Finals easily.
They're good. Yeah.
I think they're a really good team.
Sixers are only good though when they play at home.
Yeah, they're at home they're so good, and Embiid's gonna have so much rest. He just has to come back like physically fit. That's all. Because Embiid healthy he's a beast. Dude's a beast, and Simmons, you can just trust Ben to do his thing. And yeah, they're just a really good, formidable team. Like they're very lengthy, athletic, and I have them going to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bucks if they don't run into each other before.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We say best for last, Steven.
Well, mine's a kind of boring one. It's a baseball one, and it's not like super specific thing, but with like we are talking about the minor leagues like shutting down and there not being one, I think we're gonna see a lot more prospects being called up this year.
Yeah.
Not I think it's mostly not for like huge stints, like for an entire year. I think it's just since like, hey, we're gonna give you some playing time because you're not getting any. You're not getting any outside of the MLB. It's just gonna be see like, oh, hey, how are you doing? What are we gonna see in the future 2-3 years? So
I see you for like, oh, hey, pitchers want to get like an inning or two of work, or like the outfielder get some reps, get an AB. You never know. And they were saying that there's going to be a lot more minor leaguers or even players who were drafted that might be seeing MLB time. I saw a video by Fuzzy. Bobby Witt Jr. was added to the Royals roster. Like he can get playing, and he says that he's like the next big thing. And Bobby Witt Jr. is really good. Like,
what about like? I know. Will they be able to like call up and like? What will you do with the player you have to like send down? Like how I don't know how it's really gonna work.
Yeah, and also I don't know like if they're gonna, it's gonna get complicated because they're gonna end up messing with their like service time, and you know that Chris Bryant deal with the Cubs, like they've been fighting service time for a while now. Like that's gonna become an issue with this shortened season and prospects playing. So like I don't know, maybe after like a certain amount of games, it doesn't count as a full year of service time. But yeah.
One little quick fact, or not fact, but I wanted to leave us with, is I heard from my brother, direct source, that the San Francisco Giants might sign Barry Bonds in order for him to like have more years of eligibility for the Hall of Fame.
I hope they do.
Very credible source. Very credible source.
Well, no, like he heard it from something. He heard it from a source. He just told me, but like
he's either next to Jeff Passan.
I don't know. I feel like I don't think it's a smart idea because like it's a waste of a player. But
hey, who knows? What if he's?
I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
He deserves it.
Aspiration.
I don't care what you say. Steroids or not, no other player with steroids could hit 762 home runs.
Yeah, true.
All right. I think that wraps it up for today's episodes. As always, go follow us on all our social medias on Twitter, Instagram, and we're on all your favorite podcast sources: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Apple Podcasts,
Breaker.
I got all of them, right, Shelly?
Pocket Cast.
Yeah,
there you go.
There's more. There's more.
Radio Public.
Well, okay. That's all for today. Take them, Dubs. We'll see you next week.
Wear your masks, please.